of us have grown accustomed to seeing Negroes in our everyday lives. We see them in our schools, marching bands, and laboratories. But the White House? That's right, we now have a Negro president. And for some, that idea is a little too hot to handle. But why? Consider the Negro. His vast knowledge makes him a fine candidate for the highest office in the land. Just listen for yourself as this Negro fields questions from an inquisitive group of youngsters.
In our republic, we have representative government.
And isn't its authority divided into three branches, the executive, legislative, and judicial?
Yes, it is, Bruce. In our government, that's called the system of checks and balances.
How often should you change napkins when you're menstruating?
Well, it depends on the amount of flow, but probably 5 or 6 times a day.
What about dancing? Can you when you're menstruating?
I don't see why not, but just make sure you don't wear white slacks. Here are some other activities you can do during menstruation.
Not too shabby. Yes, the Negro knows about a wide variety of subjects. In addition to menstruation and our system of checks and balances, he also knows about the world, basic emotions, pie charts in automobile factories, as well as tanks, bombs, and missiles. So you should be well pleased to have one as your president. Of course, having a Negro president will mean some changes. For instance, if you see a Negro coming towards you, it will now be illegal to cross the street. In fact, it will now be mandatory that you hug the Negro and invite him over to dinner. You will also be required to have at least one Negro pen pal, to whom you must maintain a regular correspondence. But aside from these few small changes, you should go on living as happy Americans. Happy Americans with a Negro president.